Do we do anything ourselves anymore? Do you ever see kids not doing activities that doesn't involve electronics or cell phones or iPads? Because lately kids have been seen with electronics such as iPhones, knowing how to work them, knowing how to text them, playing games on iPhones, playing games on iPads, using electronics to learn. When back in the day they used to use things to build things on their own, stuff that actually made them think. Excessive use of technology can affect children in their education, cause aggressive behaviors, and affect their social skills. Excessive use of technology harms kids. A way it can affect their education is this article is from the PSU website, and the title said that teacher in California had a dance in class to get teacher or classmates' attention. So these children, I think were in first grade. Yeah, first grade, and they weren't paying attention. They had electronics on them. Sixth graders are 7 years old, so teaching a first grade class and they have electronics on them, and this teacher has to physically dance and be obnoxious in class for their kids to even look up at them. I don't even remember when I had a cell phone that young. Like, it's crazy that this first grade teacher had to do that, but it just shows you that it could affect your education this young. Another way is I found this doctor at the Children's Digital Medical Center in 2009, and she stated, as technology has played a bigger role in our lives, such as in such a young age, our skills in critical thinking analysts have declined. So she just noticed at this medical center that critical thinking and analysts has a lot to do with education, and it's declined majorly, and that was back in 2009, and I'm sure it has increased by then, so that shows it affects your education too. Another way is I found a fact from the pediatric therapist of the ISU website in 2013, and it states that sixth graders who went 5 days without exposure to technology were significantly better at reading human emotions by 72%. So that just shows that 5 days without electronics or anything like that can decline your way of reading people's emotions by 72%. That's a lot, so that just shows that can affect that too. Now that I've showed you how it can affect their education, I'm going to show you how it can affect aggressive behaviors. A way it can affect aggressive behaviors in the beginning. This Douglas Gentile, professor at Iowa State, this kind of just shows how it starts, and it says that children learn aggressive behaviors from video games and television. So little kids are learning how to fight and learning how to be aggressive towards other children and towards things very easily because of video games. When little kids play video games, that's how they learn that aggression. That's how they learn the ways that these video games are teaching them, and that just shows how it can start. Another way I found is an American child psychiatrist said in 2006, this is a long time ago, but it has increased by then, obviously. She states that watching media violence significantly increases the risk that a child viewer or child video game player behave aggressively in both the short and long term. So the media is just teaching kids how to use aggressive behavior towards things, short term and long term. So if we look at adults now, a big percentage of them probably learn these behaviors when they're very young due to electronics and media that they have seen from other people. And they shouldn't be looking at this stuff this young, so that shows how it affects it. Now that I showed you how it can cause aggressive behaviors, I'm going to show you how it can affect their social skills. There's an article called Child Texting Over Child Playdates, and it's from the Children's Hospital and Regional Medical Center in 2009, and it's an article on how it explains how children back in the day would run or bike or to their friend's house and their neighbor's house just to conversate with them, see how their day was going, see what they did that day, if they want to hang out tomorrow. These kids would actually physically talk, physically communicate with each other, and now these days they're texting. they're texting how their day went. They're texting how they're doing. They don't even need to have face-to-face connection with anybody because they can just ask on their phone, and that just shows a lot how that social interaction, even when you're really young, has declined a lot. So that shows how it affects their social skills. And at the Hennepin County Medical Center in Minneapolis in 2013, a doctor stated that common sense tells me that if a child's laying on his or her phone texting friends instead of getting together talking face-to-face, their social interaction growing up will be affected greatly. So you just see that you don't even need to communicate with people to know anything, to know what they did, what they're doing, what time this is at, what time that's at. You don't need any social interaction to find things out as a young kid. Even now, I haven't seen many of my friends for a long time, and I catch up with them through text messages. And a long time ago, you would be able to do that, and it's been affecting kids younger and younger. Kids have been getting electronics younger and younger at age, so they wouldn't have to do any of these social interactions. This is from the U.S. National Library of Medicine in 2004. And this is a fact that states 1 in 5 toddlers have speech and language delays associated with overexposure on television and computers. So that just shows that how their social skills are affected by speech and language delays, that it's affecting children major time. Even watching TV, let alone computers, iPhones, and iPads, that it can affect your speech and have language delays. And that's a big one for me. I thought that's crazy that it can affect that. And pretty much I am trying to explain to you how that excessive use of technology harms kids. The excessive use of technology, like I said, can affect their education, cause aggressive behaviors, and affect a children's social skills. Now, after hearing that, do you want to continue seeing kids use technology?